So, good afternoon to all of you. So, today we are going to discuss linearity, what is basically a linear system is and how different it is from a non-linear system. So, this topic is very, very important. So, I will start by a basic understanding what exactly linear is and how it is different from a non-linear system. Try to understand this thing that any system whose output or whose response directly varies with the input. For example, we are changing the input and the output is varying. Okay, just as, for example, consider y equals to mx. Yes, as y is varying, x is varying, so it is varying like y equals to mx. I think it is quite clear. Y equals to mx. But so we can say one thing, that if there is no input, there will be no output. X equals to 0, then y is reaching 0. Y equals to mx. I think clear. But if we put y equals to mx plus c, then what will happen? The output becomes y equals to mx plus c. So even when the input is 0, x is 0, y will give you some values. Okay, so this embarks a tick in our brain, a ticking bomb in our brain. Okay, so now have a look at this S1 and S2. S1 is having two inputs, x1, x2, and again we are showing two outputs, y1, y2. Why? For example, consider, sorry for this, just a moment. Okay, now, yes. For understanding whether a signal is linear or not, okay, whether it is linear or not, we have to perform the following two tests. Okay, the first part is that additivity. Yes, we have to perform the additivity on the signal. For example, if it is giving output y1 for x1 and output y2 for x2, then it should give the output y1 plus y2 if the input is added. That is, if the input becomes x1 plus x2, then the x1 plus x2. If the input becomes x1 plus x2, then for sure the output has to be y1 plus y2. I think till this point it is quite clear. Now, homogeneity. Again, homogeneity is a very important part. Why homogeneity is important? Homogeneous, as the name suggests in itself, that if the input is multiplied by a constant k, I think I am clear. If the input is multiplied by a constant k, y equals to kx, then subsequently that k gets reflected in the output. That is y equals to kx. That is what homogeneity is all about. Okay, so I think this is very clear that why y equals to kx is important. Okay, now these two things that I have shown you, I told you, is shown in these diagrams. Have a look at this, x1 plus x2. S1 is giving an output y1 for x1, so we are sure to get y1 plus y2 as the output. Now again consider one more system. If the input is x1, then the output has to be y1. If the input becomes multiplied by a, that is ax1, then the output becomes ay1. Clear? Okay, one more thing, very important thing. A can be simple, A can be real or complex. A can be anything. A can be real or A can be complex. Now have a look at this. Yt equals to 2x of t plus 1 plus 3. Are you Getting this? Yt equals to 2x of t plus 3. Now, if we have to check whether this system is linear or not, if we are here to check the linearity, then what we will do? First of all, we will check for homogeneity. How? We'll put xt equals to ax of t. Okay. So if x is replaced, x of t gets replaced by ax of t, then we have to observe what is going to be the output. Okay. So you can see that yt becomes 2 times axt plus 3. If yt is 2xt plus 3, then by homogeneity, yt becomes 2axt plus 3. Now again consider yt equals to ayt. Okay. That I had replaced output by ayt. So if you are multiplying the output by a, then the entire, have a look at this, the entire input gets multiplied by a. It's clear now? If this is multiplied by a, then it gets multiplied by a in its entirety. So ay of t is 2axt plus 3a. Now can you say that yt is equals to a of y of t? Can you say this? No, it is not true. So the system doesn't have homogeneity, it doesn't hold. So it can't be linear. Both has to hold. Okay, but which is on top priority, I will explain to you in the subsequent part. Have a look at this. Y of t equals to x of t. Now put x of t equals to ax of t. Okay, and yt gets multiplied by ay of t. So first of all, the input was multiplied by ax of t. Now the output is multiplied by ay of t. So have a look at this. Ay of t is equals to ax of t. So the homogeneity holds. So now tell me, is homogeneity the only sufficient condition for linearity? No. It is a necessary condition. For sure, it is a necessary condition, but it is not a sufficient one. Okay. So if a system is showing homogeneity, then it is not guaranteed that it is going to be a linear system. Are you getting it? What I am telling you? If a system is showing homogeneous nature, then we can't straight away comment that it is going to be linear in nature. Have a look at this. Additivity. The second part. If the system is linear, if it is homogeneous, then it has to additionally show us additivity. So yt equals to 2x of t plus 3. Now xt gets x1t. Okay. So y1t is 2x1t plus 3. Again, have a look at this y2t part. I had multiplied y1t. I had named the input, that is that the system gets subjected to as x1t. So the corresponding output to input x1t is y1 of t. Now again go to x2t. If the input is x2 of t, then the subsequent output is y2 of t. So what we can say about y3t? Y3t is, first of all, add these two. If you directly put x1t plus x2t in place of xt, then it becomes 2x1t plus 2x2t plus 3. Okay, is it clear? But if you are adding these two, then you are going to get 2x1 of t plus 2x2 of t plus 6. So we can simply say that this is not equal to this. Both of these are different. So the additivity doesn't hold. And for a system to be linear, additivity is the only necessary and sufficient condition. If additivity is holding, yes, then the system is going to be linear for sure. no need to check for homogeneity. But if it is homogeneous, then you have to check for additivity. I think the linear systems are quite clear. I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, take care.